Hello, it has been a while since I've put this camera up and started filming, to be honest with you. I can give out all the excuses in the world, to be honest with you. I was moving into new places with my friends because I moved out of my accommodation. Still trying to look for like I'd say like a steady job. It's all been kind of hectic, so hence I haven't been like filming as much, to be honest. I've got like 3 videos in the pipeline right now that I still haven't fully edited yet. But the vids are coming very soon. But yeah, let's dive into the topic of today's video. The new iPhone 17s have came out roughly at the time of me filming this about 2 weeks ago now. Let's start with the regular iPhone 17 real quick, which I think is probably like the best, probably the iPhone to get this year if you upgraded from like an iPhone 12, 13, 14. So specs wise, it's got the new 48 megapixel fusion camera and the ultra wide. Also, biggest thing that I've actually seen with this phone is now it's going from 60 Hz to 120 Hz, which if you know from my unboxing video of me unboxing this iPhone 16 Pro, was also one of the reasons why I went from my 12 to this. I'd say like a lot of companies, or a lot of Android companies specifically, like Samsung, have been given their low end phones 120 Hz variable refresh rate for a while now, and the regular phones have always been stuck at 60 Hz for a stupid reason. But I'm glad this year Apple has finally given them 120 Hz this year. The iPhone this year also comes with the new A19 chip for obviously better efficiency, better thermal regulation. So also with these all new iPhones now, they all come with a new 24 megapixel front-facing camera. So with these iPhones, the new front-facing camera on these iPhones come with a new feature called sensor stage. The front-facing camera this year has a new sensor which allows you to take selfies in almost any orientation that you want. So you can do like a square, rectangular, or a 16 by 90, whatever. Like, which I think is pretty sick, especially for like group selfies and stuff. So let's talk about the 17 Pro as well. I would say like not much to me from what I've seen has really changed. The black for whatever reason in this lineup. No idea why. They've had this new orange, which I think it's a pretty cool color. Like I'm not gonna lie. The design though, I'm not really much of a fan of. I'll be real. They've done this design like just so that they're able to fit like more stuff into the phones this year. So in terms of the cameras this year, they just have better image processing sensors. So sensors on the iPhone Pros, on the 17 Pros, now will have 40 megapixels now. So expect some really good high quality photos coming out of your 17 Pro. The 17 Pro also come with a big, well, especially the Pro Max comes with a very big battery. When I mean very big, I mean 5,000 milliamps. That's a big battery. It's the biggest battery ever fitted to a iPhone. So I haven't really watched any like reviews of the phone yet since it just came out. But I do expect pretty good battery life coming out of the iPhone this year, or the Pro Max this year. These phones also come with faster charging as well. It's to be expected because this Samsung phones charge quite quick as well. That's all really much for the Pro phones this year. The Pro phones haven't really changed much, to be honest. Let's talk about the iPhone Air for a sec. And to be honest, I really don't know who the iPhone Air is really for. I went to go see one when I was at John Lewis, actually in the city centre, and I was really surprised about how thin it was. It's like the phone is 5.5 millimeters thin, which is super thin. I was really shocked about how thin it was when I held it. Specs wise, this phone has a 6.5 inch screen, one speaker, unfortunately, because of how thin it is. Comes with a single 48 megapixel fusion camera at the rear, and obviously the new 24 megapixel front camera at the front. Well, price wise this phone starts at £999, which is a bit steep in my opinion for what that phone is. It's a super thin phone with one feature camera. Mind you, this phone is eSIM only, so because of how thin it is, which is mad in my opinion. But it still comes with all the buttons, so you still get your action button, you still get your camera button on there. But if I'm being honest, I really don't know who this phone is for. You're gonna get a 6.5-inch display, a single camera, a single speaker, and more importantly, the battery. Even though Apple claims it will do an all-day battery life, let's be real. If the phone has a smaller battery than the regular phone, and as well as obviously the Pro phones, obviously, since it has a smaller battery, I don't think it's gonna do all-day battery life. And also, when they say all-day battery life, I'm just thinking, whose day? Whose day? To be honest, because if you're talking about, I just have a feeling with heavy usage, that phone isn't gonna last all day. You'll be lucky if this phone lasts more than like, I don't know, like 5-6 hours of daily usage. Like, I just don't think that phone's gonna last very long, like battery life wise. I know Apple also came out with, also released a MagSafe battery pack for it to help, to help it. But honestly, like if you just want to buy a phone and you want it to just last all day, and if you're already paying basically £1,000, $1,000 for this phone, and you have to buy like something extra to help it get you through your work day, I just don't think it's worth it. It's just really hard for me to recommend this phone to anybody, to be honest. But out of all the iPhones this year that I would recommend, I would definitely recommend the regular iPhone. The regular iPhone 17 is definitely the one to get if you are upgrading from like an iPhone 11, 12, 13, 14. Definitely a phone I would consider upgrading to. And also, all the new iPhones this year come with a base 256GB of storage. So if you've been thinking about upgrading your phone this year, definitely upgrade to like this regular 17 is definitely the one I'd recommend to you. If you're not a professional shooter, I wouldn't recommend going for the Pro phones this year. If you're not really much of a professional shooter, I wouldn't really recommend the Pros to any regular person, to be honest with you. Because the whole point back there of having the Pro phone was that you had better cameras, which they do have. But now that all phones have 120Hz refresh rate now, and the new center stage feature on all the phones, I wouldn't really recommend the Pro phone to like a regular person, to be honest with you. Unless you are a professional phone videographer, photographer, and you feel like this upgrade's worth it, then get it. I wouldn't really recommend the iPhone Air, to be honest. I feel like the iPhone Air is more like a gimmick, if anything. And I've also seen some couple of rumors online saying that it might do what Samsung have done, to where Samsung released the Samsung S25 Edge, which is like a also quite super thin phone, and then with what they've learned with that phone, they turned it into the Z Fold 7. So maybe next year we'll see maybe like an iPhone Fold or something, which is something that a lot of people have been saying that they'll release at some point. iPhone Fold is definitely coming at some point. But if Google has their Fold, Samsung has a Fold, Apple's gonna do a Fold at some point. It's coming. So iPhone 17, definitely a bit of a step up from last year's phones. The new Air is definitely an interesting phone. Would I personally buy an Air? Not really. But if I was coming from like an iPhone 12 or 13 or 14 and I felt like I had to upgrade to a phone this year, I'd probably get the new 17. The new 17 for me is definitely the one to get. If you are thinking about upgrading to a phone this year. But with all that being said, thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. I literally just filmed this on like a random Wednesday afternoon. I was kind of like sitting in the park and I had my camera out and just felt like filming. I just felt like filming because I haven't filmed in a long time on this channel. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you're thinking about going to new 17 this year. A day in the life with my iPhone 16 is going to be coming soon. It's going to be coming out soon. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you're planning on going to like the new iPhones this year, and if so, which one. But with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you do like what you've seen, videos are coming. Give it a like, share it to a friend, and also subscribe to the channel. Big things are coming. But with that being said, hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.